know, you beat Joseph Parker, who had a good camp and done everything right. He's right up there, isn't he, with the rest of them?
Frank rates him above Anthony Joshua. Do you agree with that?
So do I, yeah. I think he beats Joshua. I think he beats Usyk too. Too big and too strong.
Those are the words of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury in his initial reaction of Joyce beating Joseph Parker. And he also gives his 2 cents about who he thinks Joseph Parker will defeat. I mean, Joyce will defeat. And he believes he will beat Usyk and Anthony Joshua. Too big, too strong. Let me counterpunch. When a fight, and when fighters win, it's almost like it's a spirit after the fight that gives that fighter a sense of no one can defeat that fighter at that particular point in time. Do I think Joyce has the ability to? Well, I know he definitely has the drive. Does he have the skill set? I don't think he needs it as long as he keeps moving. He keeps coming. He's been both beaten by Joshua and Usyk before. You know, Usyk in the WSB championship, I believe that's the name of it, where they didn't have headgear on. They only did, I think, 6 rounds, though. And Joshua, of course, in the amateurs, you know, and they sparred. And, you know, Joyce and Joshua were pretty good friends. Now they've became to be enemies, which is also convenient because that could be a fight that may or may not happen one day. Can Joyce beat him? Yeah. But then again, Joseph Parker, I think, you know, doesn't hit as hard as Joshua. And I think Joshua is just as big as Joyce, you know. But I think Joyce does have the ability to mow Joshua over and just wear him down just like he did Parker or anyone else. You know, the only person that I don't think he could really do that to is Oleksandr Usyk, because Usyk showed you to avoid his shots and to get off your shots. And we've seen Usyk in there with big guys that knew how to thump and punch like Joshua. So, you know, if it's just him being motivated and never stops punching, I don't think that's enough. He has to hurt Usyk. So at some point, he has to eventually put pause on Usyk. And the question will be, will he? Can he? And, you know, the only thing is if Usyk gets gassed, because they both got good gas tanks, that deciphered who was better. You know, then it came down to the skill set and what they were able to do with this limitless gas tank that they both had. So I don't think that Usyk loses to Joyce, because I think he already knows Joe Joyce. And Joe Joyce hasn't changed since that time. I think he's got a little bigger and a little slower. Just as determined. I mean, that hasn't changed. Great chin, you know, very durable. But I think at the end of the day, honestly, you know, Joyce doesn't have anything for Usyk except the professional platform. And is the professional platform going more than 6 rounds enough? That's the question you ask yourself. Okay. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Tyson Fury's immediate response to Joe Joyce beating Joseph Parker and stating that Joe Joyce will beat Usyk and Joshua. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.